Let's talk about our Kent County viewers who make up the Central Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, who are very interested in this issue. What impact will this merger have on them? Is it going to be a positive impact? Will it be a negative impact?
George can speak after me, but I would say, and we thought this through very carefully as we began to develop this program, I believe it's going to be a very positive impact. Some of that positive impact is already beginning to show. For example, in the new angioplasty program at Kent, for example, the cooperative relationships that have been built up as a result of George's leadership and the people at Rhode Island Hospital between Kent cardiologists and Rhode Island Hospital cardiologists have accelerated that program so that it's going to be able to begin in January. That's a very key service for that institution. The other aspect is that when we looked at the state and we looked at Rhode Island Hospital as the trauma center in the state, we really don't have a backup system. And if something would happen in the Port of Providence or at the airport or on the interstate, the experiences that we had with the station fire suggest that Kent, which is in the geographic center of the state, might be a good candidate for the development of a level 2 trauma center or something close there too.
Could you explain to our viewers what a level 2, because those of us who know about these things take it for granted that everybody knows, but what do you mean by a level 2?
Well, there are basically 3 levels. You'll have a full-fledged trauma center like Rhode Island Hospital, and then you have on a third or lower level you have first-rate, I think, emergency rooms throughout the state. But some of the backup services, whether they be subspecialists in orthopedics, neurosurgery, cardiology, general surgery, vascular surgery, those are the kinds of additional personnel requirements that differentiate between a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3 trauma center. And to the extent that you have a large multi-specialty hospital in a big city, you would have many of those. In some of the suburban hospitals, you might not have them as readily available. So if a place like Kent, for example, were to move to a level 2 trauma center, it would have to basically beef up in a couple of those areas. But it is more likely to be a candidate that can do that because of the size of the hospital, because of the number of patients that go through there, and frankly because of its centrality in the state. If you took a dot and you threw it on the map in the state of Rhode Island, you'd hit probably the campus at Kent if you were looking at the middle of the state, intersecting 95 and 295.
The specialty services that John's talking about need to be available on a 24/7 basis, and many of the ambulances that are coming from South County that bypass Kent right now would likely stop there. And your question is, what's the direct impact on Kent Hospital? I think it's very positive, very positive.
And what I also think for our viewers, again, is that if you were having a major medical event in your life, whether it be heart, stroke, or something else, we all know that the amount of time that it takes to get you to a facility probably is directly proportionate to your recuperation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's particularly for heart victims. People talk about the distance between Kent County and, for example, Rhode Island or Miriam as being 10 or 12 miles. But if you're living out in Western Coventry, or you're living in places in West Warwick, it's a lot more than 10 or 12 miles. It's more miles, but it's also a considerably amount more time.
And that, again, goes to the recuperation, just so people understand what's at stake here.